Having reviewed the Wilsons from the original Willowbank Distillery as well as the Cyril Solera cask offerings, which is a mixture of both old and new distilleries, it's time today to tackle the first I'm going to review from their new distillery, and it's under the branding Dunedin from the New Zealand Whisky Collection. It's made entirely at their new distillery, or at least this specific release was. More about that in another episode maybe, but this is the one that I tried when I was there, but I brought this one back with me. So let's get to it while I review the Dunedin Double Cask Whiskey. Welcome to Whiskey. I'm John Chidgey. Please remember to drink responsibly, only ever in moderation, and where and when it is appropriate to do so. If you are watching this on YouTube and you haven't already, please just take a moment now to like and subscribe, and visit engineer.network/whiskey without the E to learn how you can support the show. Thank you. Whilst I visited the cellar door, I tried a 4-dram tasting paddle that included the South Island Single Malt, the South Island 25-year-old Single Malt, which I knew I could actually buy at Dan Murphy's back home if I liked it, and the Dunedin 16-year-old Double Wood, and this one, the non-age statement Double Cask. Mind you, I also tried a very small amount of other things too, including their new make spirit that they call, get this, the art of the start of the heart of the cut. And frankly, it was pretty damn clean and fruity, and I'm not gonna lie, I kinda liked it. But duty-free allowance, couldn't bring it back. Oh well, maybe next trip. Maybe. The cellar door itself is a reasonable sized space that's part of a historic building in Oamaru. Here's me standing out in front of it. It's very cozy with a variety of different chairs and tables to choose from, with a looping video of the distillery playing down one end, with a nice wall of whiskies for sale along its length. It's a nice setup for sure. They even have a small barrel where you can bottle your own right next to the door, which I did try a sample of, but I decided to stick with the pre-bottle options instead. You can't buy it all. Well, I mean you could, but you really probably shouldn't. Anyway, actually, I remember as I was leaving, he said, I had to get out of there before I bought any more whiskey. Yeah. I know already. All right, I know. Okay, well, a full-size version of this little bottle will cost you $99 New Zealand, that's $89 Australian. That's for a 500ml bottle from the New Zealand Whisky Collections website. If you're not in New Zealand, obviously the usual importing, shipping, etc., and the corrected 700ml price would be $109 Australian. Then again, it's one of a handful of whiskies from the collection that Dan Murphy's actually carry. You can grab a bottle of this from Dan Murphy's for $119.99 Australian. It has no age statements, it has a 40% ABV, and the cellar door gentleman, Jackpot, told me that it is not chill filtered, nor is it coloured. But there's nothing written that I can find confirming that, but I believe him. It's considered to be part of their core range of offerings. Their website has the following to say about this double cask offering. This beautiful single malt whiskey has been maturing in American ex-bourbon casks before soaking up luscious flavours from Central Otago Pinot Noir barrels. Specifically, those Pinot barrels are French oak, ex-Pinot Noir barrels, and it's interesting that their in-person tasting notes from the actual tasting add that the ex-Pinot Noir barrels they chose are intentionally selected as being oxidized, meaning unlike Starward that prefer wet, non-oxidized barrels, these aren't. Now, talking with Jackpot about it, it gives the matured spirit a very different flavor profile. Well, I guess we'll see in a minute, won't we? The tasting notes on their website are as follows. The color is a golden auburn. Okay. On the nose, rich grain, fresh cereals, oak and cedar, pot potpourri and roses, cherry, cinnamon, cardamom, and bay leaf, followed by fresh tobacco. On the palate, spicy front with rich malted barley and fresh cereals, dominated by sherry floor and cherry. Okay. On the finish, long and drawn out, woody but soft finish with rich red fruit and spices. Cool. Well then. Again, I have not opened this since I've been back, so I've still got to take off the little festive tape on the top, which is seriously, like, you know, it's not going to keep anybody out, and I don't know, whatever. It's different. I like it. I might just stick that around the front. Oh, I've stuck it upside down. That was great. Good work, John. There we go. All right, so for the color, I would say that that is a sort of a sherry color. It's not super dark, but not super light. And as for the legs, I can see a whole bunch of them already just around here. Thick, fat, probably slow running. I'd say they are slow running. Not ridiculously fast running. So that's okay. All right, let's see what we get in the nose. Oh, they weren't kidding about cereals. She's a wee bit grainy. Tell you what, I still don't mind that smell. Some people have this thing with graininess, and they don't like it in their whiskies, but I really don't mind it at all, eh? I am actually getting a super faint tobacco-y, like tobacco leaf smell, you know, like a dried tobacco leaf. Definitely getting some cinnamon on that as well. It is floral. They say potpourri. I mean, the problem with potpourri is you can make potpourri out of any combination of flowers. Like, well, not any, but I mean, you know, it's a bit of a generic kind of a statement, isn't it? It smells a little bit like dried flowers. Let's leave it there, you know? It actually smells buttery. I mean, I know that probably sounds weird, but it smells buttery. All right, let's see what we get. That's the delightful caramelly, butterscotchy kind of mouthfeel on it. It is a little chewy, at least initially, but it doesn't linger. I'd say it's very lightly oily. I wouldn't call it watery, though. Maybe a little bit thin, but it's still got enough oiliness to it that it's got a pleasant mouthfeel. The finish on it, I would say, is probably short to moderate. It's not really hanging around a long time. They say it's long and drawn out. I would disagree with that. Nothing wrong with it, though. On that finish, though, you get a little bit of oak on it. Bit of toffee, I think. It is kind of yummy. I mean, I've got to admit, it is kind of yummy. It tastes young. Like it needs probably a few more years on it before it's going to be super amazing. But for a non-aged statement, it's pretty respectable. The nose on it, eh? It's so bright. It's such a bright, happy nose. I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying. It's sweetish and it just makes you want to lift a little bit up off the chair. It's kind of like it's so light. It smells a little bit like Japanese whiskey, but not... Yeah. Let's have another go. Definitely getting a bit of sherry on it too. There's no doubt about that. But I tell you what, it's gonna sound, maybe it sounds gonna sound weird, but it tastes a little bit like a shredded wheat biscuit. Like not super strong, but it's got that little cereally kind of grainy sort of flavor. It's not bad. It's just different. And I kind of don't mind it. Tell you what, I mean, considering how much this costs, it's pretty damn good. All right, well, I'm jumping ahead into the review, and I'm not supposed to do that. We need to talk about cost. So let's talk about, is it a craft distillery? Yes, it is, because now it's coming from a new distillery, and they're not producing massive volumes yet. On that scale, therefore, this is very affordable for craft whiskey if you can grab it over there, or if you can grab it from Dan Murphy's. Either way, this is a 1 for craft. I mean, honestly, it's decent value. It is very good value for money. What about the quality? I mean, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, first of all, it's not complex. It doesn't grab me. It's not in your face. It's not punching me in the mouth. It's not, it's nothing extreme. But geez, it is pretty bloody delightful. This is such an easy sipping whiskey. It's the sort of thing that, bugger it. I'm going to give this a 3. I'm going to give this it's a low 3, but it's still a 3 because honestly, it is a go-to drink. It's making me smile. I'm enjoying this. It is, respectable. And if you were to put this up against other offerings for that same amount of money, I don't know. I mean, like if you were to get something mainstream, this is better than something like a Johnny Walker double black, or I mean, I know that's peated and that's not fair comparison. I'm impressed at what they've done. I'm impressed by the price, and I do like this as something different. So in any case, cost of 1 and a quality of 3, that makes this a green. And I mean, honestly, having some of these around is not a bad idea. So I mean, Cyril, and obviously Cyril is helping out, but geez, these guys, this is good stuff, and I like it. And if I see a bottle of Dan's, I may just get a bottle, because I've only got the 100ml sample. But let's leave it there. Okay, cheers. We'll see you next time. It's quite decent. It's quite good. I like that.